Look, don't shoot me. I'm just a messenger. But have you ever noticed that most public failures didn't start with just a simple mistake? No, they started with this little thing called pride. And the Bible warned us about this thousands of years ago. So today, what we're going to do is break down Proverbs 11 verse 2, which is a short verse, but it has a powerful warning and an even greater promise. And it says, when pride comes, then comes disgrace. But with the humble comes wisdom. That's so deep. Let's break it down. Now, let's start with the first part where it says, when pride comes. Now, this is when pride sets the trap, because the word when indicates that it's going to happen. Sometime in your life, you're going to face a situation where you're involved with an opportunity of pride or humility. Which one are you going to choose? You see, what pride is, this is self-exaltation, which means you place yourself above God, His truth, any correction, and others around you. So what we must understand, if we're speaking biblical, pride is not just confidence, it's independence from God. You see, pride says, I don't need no correction. I already know better. I do what I want with my life. But the trick with pride is that it always overplays its hand, meaning its whole purpose is to blind you, isolate you, and position you for a fall. All right, then it says, then comes disgrace. Now, what is disgrace? This is the inevitable fruit of pride. And I say that because remember, pride blinds judgment and invites downfall unknowingly, which can result into public or private shame. You see, what pride would do is will elevate self while making you forget your weaknesses before a fall that will expose those same weaknesses. For example, think about somebody who ignored advice no matter how logical or sensible it was. Or a person who burnt bridges with most people they came in contact with due to their selfishness and later said, damn, I wish I would have listened. You see, pride will always whisper before letting disgrace become very loud. All right, now let's talk about how humility will unlock wisdom. And it says, but with the humble is wisdom. Now, what we must emphasize is that humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's actually thinking rightly of yourself. Humility means you are able to be teachable. You're willing to submit to God, not culture, and having honest self-awareness beyond the exterior. Because wisdom flows to those who are willing to listen, open to learning, and not only repent, but obey. So remember, pride will always lead to collapse because of deception, and humility will always lead to clarity because you're willing to hear the truth. For example, you have a super proud leader, super confident, but he refuses correction. Eventually, he not only damages relationships, he damages his credibility. A humble leader will seek counsel, not just any counsel, but wise counsel. They also grow in character over time, which in turn earns trust. Look at it like this. Wisdom is such an amazing woman. She will always be there and protect you if you remain loyal. So let me close this message out by saying this. Humility does not mean weakness. It means you're a willing participant in God's alignment. Because what they never taught us was that when we stay low before God, that's when we really stand strong in life. So I need you to ask yourself these 3 questions. 1, who can correct me without me getting defensive? 2, do I listen more than I speak? And number 3, am I submitting to God or am I just confident in myself? Like, subscribe, and share this with somebody who is leveling up in their life and need this reminder. As always, I hope this message was helpful to at least one person. I will be back at you again tomorrow with another one. Until then, I need you to keep your head on the swivel, love yourself, and only help who wants to be helped. I love y'all. I'm out!